There are so many people that are better cooks than I am. I think my strength is being able to be personable with people and like make sure that they like feel really nourished and happy.
These big old beautiful trees that were here before me, they'll be here after me. The farm always keeps me humble. These are Stamen wine sap apple trees. I've got about 70 trees here. I do the pruning by myself. It takes me about 5 to 8 hours per tree.
On an average day when I'm cooking for a client, I'll usually start at the farmer's market. I try to find the most unusual produce, and I make something I've never made before with it. So that's also on the list for today.
This is where everybody funnels through here when they're done with their U-pick. With my meatballs, whatever sauce I put on, I also sell that sauce.
Hi, what is this?
This is an opal, Chinese squash.
Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, interesting. It is tempura sometimes. I don't necessarily have all those ingredients at home, but we could get them. I did some searching online for some recipes that look legit, so we're just gonna grab a few items.
Oh yeah, there's already a line out there. As soon as we open up the gate, if you guys can help me get the signs out there. I feel so weirdly prepared.
I know, there's a lot of people hanging out.
Good morning, everybody! Are we ready to pick some apples today? Woohoo! If you're wanting to pick apples, we're harvesting our Stamen wine sap apples today. Woohoo!
It is hot, so be very careful.
Where are you visiting from?
We're from Downey.
Okay, not too far.
Damn, this mint smells so good. This is a combination of ingredients for salads for a client, lunches to take to work, and then also ingredients for my Nosh with Tosh Instagram. I actually started cooking pretty late in life. I wanted to be an actor like everybody else and their mother. I didn't like the food at school. I was like, I kind of want to find a way to merge performing and food.
I'm 58. I was in my early 30s. We were just driving by and I just fell in love with the land itself. We moved here and then, I'm making $3,000 for a whole year's labor. So that's when we decided, well, we were gonna try and do U-pick on the farm.
I got a job assisting teaching cooking classes, and then it just sort of like snowballed. Private chef work and doing Nosh with Tosh, and for the most part, I've been really lucky. I'm obsessed with the salad spinner. In the video that I just put out where I made a frittata, it was a video sponsored by OXO. I'm wearing this exact same shirt.
The last of the meatballs. Today we're gonna cook 40 pounds of meatballs. I started out just going to Trader Joe's, getting the little meatballs there. And then it got to where I would come in and wipe out the whole refrigerator supply area. And that's when I realized, like, I've grown past the Trader Joe's thing. These are frozen solid.
There are definitely certain laws about the amount that you can cook at home for it to be legal. Until recently, it was like $60,000. If I had all the money in the world, this is where I'd live. I love this, like, craggly area between the Palisades and Santa Monica.
Okay, so 5:45. Total's gonna be 11:30, please. Out of 20. Let me get you a little bag there for your goodies. Thank you very much, you guys. Have a great day. For little tiny farms like me, you have to diversify because I can work my best and a hailstorm can come and wipe out my crop in one day. We've shot movies here. We've had print ads. I've done some weddings. I took some heat for that, so I stopped doing that. Right. My neighbor complained, and that's how the first, county permitting issues came about. When code enforcement came out, they're like, I can't believe somebody's complaining about this beautiful farm. But if you're a powerful person up here, what you complain about will be taken care of.
Sure, when do you need it? When I do recipe testing for branded content, it's a little bit like ghost writing, if you will. What I'm working on right now is a spicy fried chicken that you can tuck inside of a bubble waffle. The first thing I do is, make them a bunch of times, and then I'll just send them guideline photos. So this will take me about 3 hours, and I bill for this type of work at $100 an hour.
Yesterday, we grossed about $3,800. When we're busy, they're more like $8,000 days. You might think that $8,000 sounds like a lot for a day, but there's gonna be months when there's no income, but the work still continues here.
The next Nosh with Tosh episode that I have coming out is Thai pumpkin soup. So this first piece has to go because it's just too long. When someone else is paying you to do a recipe, you have to follow very specific guidelines, and it has to be really professional. And this just feels so this is just me hanging out.
Who's ready to pick some apples? Anyway, before I send you on your way, I'm gonna give you a couple of tips. When you're picking one apple, you might have a few more come down, okay? I've never been motivated by money, which makes me a terrible businesswoman. When I do preschool tours, I top out at 48 kids. My neighbors might bring in 6 different schools at one time in buses. There's one predominant family, and they have almost a total monopoly. They probably make more money than me. I would imagine that they're not picking up apples every morning like I am. Yes, could I make a lot of money really fast? I think that's what some of my competition does, and I've just always taken the exact opposite approach. Looking pretty good on that tractor, all right.
I don't know how old an Oppo is. Oh, cool. Wow, it really does look like a cross between a squash and a cucumber with the seeds in the center. It has a little bit of a slimy mountain yam texture. It's not my favorite thing I've ever eaten. Now we're at a perfect deep fry. These look like a stupid American made them. More batter is better.
This is our last of that.
Oh, whoa. We sold a lot of the other one.
Yeah.
Selling out. Pretty much every day I'm open, I have people come in kind of stricken, why is there a for sale sign? I had intended to do it longer, but I'm also one that believes that you gotta listen to what the universe is telling you.
I wonder if I'll ever feel comfortable with where I'm at. I feel like that's sort of I know a lot of people who are way, way, way more successful than me that I think also have this same internal desire to continue growing and doing better. I can comfortably afford my life and do it in a flexible way, but do I feel like I'm where I want to be? No.
When my neighbors are complaining to the county, when the county is giving me cease and desist orders, it takes the joy away. The problem with doing what you love is you put your heart and soul into it, which is what people love about it. But, it makes it hard when you might need to leave. My kids are like, Mom, you work so hard. Get out and go do something else. Maybe it's just time.
I try to make a lot of time for friends and to be a good neighbor and brighten people's days in small ways. I don't know how much your happiness should be connected to your success. If that's just an unwinnable metric, I don't know. But if that was all that I connected my happiness to, then I wouldn't be happy.
Mother Nature is pretty amazing. When you stand next to a tree like this, imagine all the history that's occurred in 100 years. It's still here, and it's still standing, and it's still producing beautiful apples.